Good evening, guys, and happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. It is the day after Christmas. I don't know, I think Christmas was on Wednesday, but it's just those days after Christmas before New Year's. And like, again too, like in our house, nobody's at school, nobody's at work, like anything like that. So I'm like, I don't know what day it is. Like, are people at work? Are they not at work? Are they home because of the holidays right now? And like, that's the thing, they are. So my brain isn't recognizing like, oh, what are people doing and what's going on and what day is it? Like that kind of thing. So anyways, yeah, well, we did get a little bit of stuff done for today. Not as much as I think I wanted to. And like also too, I didn't do a lot to enjoy today. Like, it's just gonna be one of those days where I just relax, like, you know, do whatever kind of day, you know, because it's the day after Christmas and I got all my stuff and now I want to start using some of it. But I didn't really get that much of a chance to. I woke up pretty late because I only got like a few hours of sleep yesterday night because Jack woke us all up at like 7:30. And then I ended up like going to sleep. I actually went to sleep early last night though, a little bit early. It's really late tonight that I'm going to bed again, so I'm gonna take a shower now and get to bed. But I did get, if you guys see behind me back there, my record player is set up back there. And I got my records, brought my records downstairs. I put them all, they fit in just one of the little squares down there. It's like the one way underneath my desk, but I thought they were gonna take up two. They only take up one, and I probably am not keeping all of them. I did give a handful to my mom. I was holding on to her albums also, the ones that she had, but I got her record player for Christmas, so I was like, okay, you can take the ones that, like, because I was the only person in the household that had a record, so like sometimes my mom would go and look for ones for me at like the thrift store and stuff like that, and she would find ones that she really wanted. Or she also had like a handful that I think she had since maybe she was little, I don't know. She had a Smurfs album, and I know she had it when she was little, so I don't know if she like rebought it or if she had it since she was little. So I ended up like holding on to a bunch of her albums. However, I think she did buy some or had some that like I have never heard of these people, and it's not like just like jazz. Like I have like big band jazz music too that might be people that I don't really know, but like there's songs on there that I recognize. So like that, I know that like some of those like are my albums, but there's other ones on there too that like there's a handful that are not mine, and like I don't recognize, and it's not really my genre of music that I would just have to have. Like I have modern music, but I also have some like old like jazz. Like I have like Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, like that, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. So I have like some of that as well, and like I was saying, like just big band jazz music, like more instrumental with no lyrics as well. So I know that I have some albums in there that like are not ones that, you know, like are a specific person that I like recognize right away. But there was a lot in there too that I was like, I don't really think that these ones are mine. So but then I had my mom go through them, and she only took some of them, and she was like, oh, I don't really want this one, I don't want this one. And I was like, okay, but they were your albums, right? And she was like, yeah, I just don't want them anymore. And I was like, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna keep them. Like, you know, they're like stuff that she listens to. She did have a Sonny and Cher one though that she was just like, oh, I just don't want this. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep it, like, you know. But it was just like, it wasn't one of the ones that I had or like she'd bought for me or anything like that. So anyways, she ended up taking some of those back, but there are a handful. I didn't really go through them all, but there are a handful that I know that are in there that I'm like, those ones aren't even mine, I'm not going to keep them. So they didn't take up that much space, and I thought they were going to be taking up more space than they actually did, which is really nice. So that's cool. I guess I saved space there, because I told my mom today too, I was like, I'm kind of like stressing out, like trying to figure out where to put all of the things, because it genuinely feels like with all of the space that I got, you know, and stuff like that, like from all the furniture, I should have more space than I did in my other room, but for some reason I feel like I have less. And like, granted, it's because everything is not organized. I don't have my bins and organizers and like all that kind of stuff, right? So like, to me, I'm feeling like very overwhelmed, like, okay, my stuffed animals are here, they're not staying here kind of thing. I'm just feeling very stressed out that like I don't have as much room as I think I have, and I think that I'm thinking things are going to be taking up more room than they actually are. At the same time though, I don't want to overload the shelves that I do have and have them like not, I don't want to say not be sturdy enough, because they are sturdy, but like, you know, just like over time start to sag because I've put way too much stuff on them. And so I kind of like am trying to be mindful of not putting, like, obviously again too, my albums I put on the bottom because I don't want to put them on a top shelf and then have it be really heavy and then those like shelves sag and stuff like that. So, like I said, I put them on the bottom, but like the other stuff that I have to get and put on these shelves, I'm like, again, stressing out because I'm like, I don't want it to be too heavy, but like if I don't put them there, then where am I supposed to keep them? Because I don't know if I'm gonna have room for them, and like just that kind of stress, I guess, is what I'm dealing with right now too, and like trying to put things away. So we also got my TV mounted today, which I put right over my monitors because like it works, because if I'm sitting in bed I can see it. If I have my chair, like I might keep it here, I might keep it kind of around the end of my bed, it'll probably float around my room, honestly. There's enough space kind of in the middle of the room and on the floor where I can put it where I want to have it. And again too, like if I have my desk chair pushed in, I can sit like kind of behind that in my comfortable chair, and like it's really lightweight, like it moves really easily as long as there's not stuff on it like there is right now. But like this chair, this is the one I'm talking about. You guys can't even tell it's a chair because there's all my blankets are on top of it, because again too, stuff that I have to get put away. But anyways, so but like I might sit like at my like behind my desk here and like use this light to like read books or whatever, you know. So like I might kind of have it float around the room a little bit. If I want it more out of the way, I might put it like back here, you know, whatever. So I have like, that's kind of the plan with that. But when I'm sitting again too in my bed, I can watch TV. When I'm sitting in the chair, I can kind of watch TV from anywhere. And when I'm sitting at my desk too, if I have the TV on and like I'm watching a sports game while I'm doing something, I can do both at the same time. But I can also put the sports game on my computer because I do have dual monitors, so I could just watch the game like from my computer and not on my TV. But and like I can just sign in to like whatever app that I'm watching it on and whatever sports I'm watching it on, so like I don't really need to like necessarily have the TV and the TV on there. But again, I do, and I have it set up that way. The other thought though is that if I ever wanted to hook up like my consoles, I could hook them up to my monitor versus to my TV as well, because everything's kind of located in the same space. Plus on top of that, it's also where the Ethernet cord is, so I kind of have to have it on that side of the room. Although with my TV, it's Wi-Fi, so I really could have it anywhere, but sometimes I do plug it in. And so I might need to. My computer, I always have plugged in. I think it can work on Wi-Fi. I've never had it on Wi-Fi. I've always plugged it in. So, like through an Ethernet cord, like a cable cord, but I've never, like I said, used it off of Wi-Fi because I'm kind of not too scared to, but like it's just a big piece that like I'm not moving it anyway, so it doesn't make sense to not have it plugged in, and like I want a strong connection when I'm on it, so I normally have it plugged in anyway. But again too, with my TV, I've used it back here without having it plugged in and used it off of Wi-Fi, and it's been fine. So anyways, we got that mounted today. But now that that's done, I can figure out my shelves that are going to go up here and whatnot, and you know, that kind of stuff, because I think that I want to get a shelf over the closet also, and then do shelves over the computer system as well and stuff like that, and that one empty wall that I showed you guys, well, one empty part of the wall. I don't know if it's gonna be super overwhelming though, and just like really chaotic, because there's a lot of like the monitors and TV is like there anyway. But I don't know. I also am not gonna be able to really do anything over here because I'm gonna have my canopy up. So I'm focusing the shelves kind of over there. I might do kind of the shelf over my door, but on that wall, not like over my door wall, but like where the actual door frame is, but like on the other side of it, where on top of it. if that makes sense. Anyways, so yeah, I did get some stuff done today. We also watched the Bears game, which was awesome. Seahawks won. Seahawks fan, but the Bears game is just like, it's embarrassing. Honestly, the Seahawks weren't even like that fun to watch. It was just a boring Thursday night football game, but it was kind of fun to get to watch football like after Christmas and stuff like that, and on Christmas as well. And it was fun that it was our team, but at the same time, I'm kind of embarrassed that it was my team to be on national television, because it wasn't a very good game. Again, like I was saying, now that all of that stuff is done, I can figure out the placement I'm going to do with the shelves, order those because I'm doing that from IKEA. I can also get the other leg that I need for the desk from IKEA. I can also get all of the organizers that I was going to get from IKEA as well. Those were like the 3, I think, big things that I was planning on getting. They also have a cord management thing that goes underneath like a desk that I was also kind of thinking of getting, because my cord situation is actually not that bad. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but I might look into that too. They had one that was kind of cool. So anyways, that's just kind of, you know, like I said, my plans and my thoughts and what I've been looking at kind of, I guess, and finishing up and doing, and, you know, that kind of thing, which has just been tough because it's like, I'm trying to get Christmas presents put away, but I'm also just trying to get my room put together. Like, Jack's already like completely almost set in his room. He's like, well, other than my shelves that have to go up, which we have to wait till we paint them to put them up, and we have to wait till it's warm enough outside to paint them, because they're still the blue that used to be in here color. And there's a couple that are white that we found in the attic, so he's going to take all of those, but we need to paint them first, and we can't do it till it's warm outside. So he's like, I have one box of stuff that has to go on these shelves, and I can't put them on the shelves until we hang up the shelves. And he also can't put up his posters until we hang the shelves, and he can kind of figure out like also the layout as well. So he's like, oh, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. He's like, but I only have like, you know, just this thing that's not done, or this thing that's not put away. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have boxes of things in the attic still that are like not down here, not put away. So I'm like, he's like done. I'm like, I'm not even close to being done, like, with all of my stuff. But yeah, he was like enjoying himself, like lit a candle today, was like playing his video games and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know if I have space to light a candle in here. Like, I was like, luckily I have my record player, which I was planning on using today, but then I spent all my time going through the records and trying to put them away and organize them, that I was like, I completely forgot that I was even gonna put something on and listen to it. So anyways, like I said, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.